Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. I am back to this game after months away from it. The last bunch of episodes that I recorded were all months in advance, but now it is time for us to get back into it. We're starting on the main menu screen, just to let you know that the next big game update hasn't quite come out yet. We're still in version 1.1.1. The 2.0 is close. We're not quite at that yet. I'll talk about that a little bit when we get into the episode, but just wanted to show you that, we're still for now in the old version. Also, apologies. I had a really bad cold last week, and I'm basically on the tail end of that. I'm basically recovered from the cold, but residually, it still makes me sound kind of, nasally, that kind of thing. And I might cough a few times, but you know what? We'll get through it. The other reason I wanted to start here was because I figured a few people have asked, so I'll try to show this more often, but this is the amount of time I have on my save file. This is the second save file that I have for just like testing things. But this is the main save file that we've been using. And we have, as you can see, over 1,000 hours. In fact, on the verge of moving on to the next hour, because that's hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, I'm sure. Yeah, so we'll tick over to 10:52 the moment we pop in. I've also mentioned that this time isn't completely accurate because this is a very lightweight game that you can just keep on in the background. So there are times when I've had it on mute in the background for like entire days and forgotten that the game was on, and then I like save and exit, and then it just logs all of that time. So you could shave maybe a couple hundred hours off of that, but still, that's a lot of time that has been consumed by this game, and we are still pretty far from finishing it. Okay. One reason I don't start from the main menu screen is because it still takes a while to load the game in. Not even that much, but like, 10 seconds. Maybe even less than 10 seconds, but it feels longer than it actually is when you're waiting for something to load. A few things I'll mention is I have been following the announcements on the Siralim Discord. The closed beta, I think, for the next big patch has started. I thought about whether to participate in that. Ultimately, I chose not to. Partially because I know that the community, like there's a vibrant community for this game and lots of people are already participating. Secondly, because I'm doing a Let's Play, I didn't want to get spoiled on major... like, I know some of the things that are coming, excuse me, but for a lot of the other things, they're going to be completely brand new to me, and I didn't want to get... I wanted my reaction to it to be fresh when the patch fully launches. We're probably a few weeks away from that. And on that note, I guess I should have mentioned this in the beginning, we might have to pause the series, or at least have more infrequent episodes until the next patch comes out. Otherwise, things are going to get very repetitive. The reason is because we've found every single card. That was the main thing that I was pushing for completing. And there's not that much left to do in terms of achievements. If we look at our achievements, we are pretty... yeah, like, a lot of the achievements left are really grindy ones. If you look at character achievements. Ooh? Okay, yeah. Yeah, a lot of the achievements left are grindy achievements for um, basically doing lots of things, doing lots of realms, doing lots of prophecies, and that kind of stuff. And so what we're going to be doing in this episode, I guess, um, I guess I'll mention a couple things that I now know about what's going to be in the next update. I said I don't want to spoil myself on most of it, but for technical things, I don't really mind learning them ahead of time. So we found out a while back that duplicate cards will drop when the next update comes out. And I was worried that that meant completing your card album would become more difficult because usually when you find cards in loot, in fact, always when you find cards in loot, because you can only find one of each, it would pick one of the cards you hadn't found yet. I was like, well, if they change that, then will it mean you have to be lucky enough for the game to roll one of the cards you didn't have? Turns out that's not something to be worried about because there's going to be two separate card pools. One for the cards you haven't found yet, and one for just the duplicates. So it's no, the way to think about it is that you'll be finding more cards. So in addition to completing your card album at the rate that you were that you would have done regardless, you will find more cards on top of that. I don't know if I've explained that very well. The TLDR version of that is don't worry about your card album. It'll get completed in time, and it won't take longer as a result of this patch. It won't necessarily be shorter because the duplicates won't help you, in terms of completing your album, but it won't be longer. You'll still find new cards at the same rate. Okay. So what do I want to do now? What do we want to do in this episode? I think in this episode what we want to do is we want to do some low-level realms, and I think what I want to do is I want to change to my I want to change to a specialization that we need to win realms with. So let me go to my we'll just go in order. Dream Shade. We've already started doing some things as the Dream Shade. Oh god, sorry, William. Still have a, like I said, that residual cold thing. Let's also look at our Rune of Prophecies. Oh god, excuse me. Now, one thing that's going to be let's actually change to the Cleric so that we can do multiple things overlapping. So we'll change to the Cleric. And you have let's switch to the low-level farming party. That's going to be LLF. Oh, we already had them. Okay. And now, does it matter what our anointments are? I don't think it matters. I think all we need to do is we'll just go like, you know what? We'll just drop it by 1,000 realms at 0 instability. And I don't think we need to go to any specific realm. We'll just do random realms. Oh god. Again, sorry for all the coughing. I should probably do a short episode today, give my throat a bit of a break. But, you know what? It's okay. So for these low-level realms, I'm not going to be that worried about fully clearing all of them. the main thing we'll want to do is we'll want to... Oh no! Low-level realms, you cannot find masters in low-level realms. Ah. Well, this is a bit of a sticky wicket. Huh. Huh. Maybe we will switch back to the animator. Because I think I would, as much as God, excuse me, as much as it's nice to make the progress with the cleric winning realms, one thing I want to do, if I can... Oh God, excuse me. Again, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I really should just do a shorter episode today. I do want to see if I can make progress on the remaining masters. So for our master achievements, we're almost done. All we need is 2 more encounters with the construct master, 1 more encounter with the god spawn master. So I think what we'll do is, first of all, we'll finish this realm. I should be hitting like objects like these, I guess. I won't go back for that one that I left because I don't want to like waste time. But yeah, I should be doing that. Again, I've been away from the game for quite a while, so there's gonna be some rust. There's gonna be some you know, readjustment as we get back into this sort of thing. And I really don't need to be going into don't need to be going into those realms. They're like these mini boss areas. They're just gonna be wasting our time. Just need to run in, run out. Alright, so a nice warm-up realm, I guess. And then we'll switch back to the animator. There's probably a way to have a universal party that's strong enough to do to go deeper into the realms. God, excuse me. To go deeper into the realms while also being able to switch out our classes. And we're... hang on, I just need to leave. Let's go home. Let's hand in our project. Let's change back to the animator. I think that might be the next major project. How to come up with a party that's strong enough that doesn't rely on any excuse me, any class traits. Let's keep on doing more key forges, I guess. Easy project to finish. Yeah, let's do it like that. And will it remember what my anointments are? I think it does. And it has my party as well. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just go deeper. Excuse me, we'll go deeper on instability 0. Because we need to find masters. Once we've found the masters, then I think we can we can ease off a little bit. Okay. Yeah, the other thing we were doing is with this party, we're also making progress on defense and provokes. And once those defense and provokes are done, we won't need to worry about those anymore. Lots of tiny bits of progress being made. Yeah, so I guess it is good to play with this party for a while. Okay. Need to find skulls, need to find the master. You are not the master. Well, you are a master, but you are not one of the masters that we're looking for. We'll just bulldoze you. And I guess gaining mastery with various things is fine. Not that we necessarily need to be powerful. We just, we are strong enough, I think. Yeah. Okay, so how long are we into this video? Let me check. Only 16 minutes, okay. I mean, I guess I did spend quite a bit of time yapping at the beginning. Surely that's death, right? Okay. I did spend quite a bit of time talking at the beginning, but we did have a few things to talk about, so not too worried about that. We'll just clean up. We need to find these skulls. There's one. We do not need to summon anybody at the candle unless there's some prophecy task for it. I'm not really seeing any. There's a god we need to kill? We'll fight Tenebris when we get back home. I shouldn't be leaving emblems on the ground. Come on, Ali. Get your head in the game. Alright. Grab that, grab this. Easy. And I should be making donations as well. I think I forgot to make a donation in the last realm. What? That's fine. That's fine. We don't have any achievements left to get for, like, emblems or donations. But it's still good to do. So that is that done. Well, I guess we'll grab this. Nothing happens. I'll head back home. I'll fight Tenebris. And the thing about Tenebris is we need to dispel the invisibility, I think. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, Tenebris. Yeah, we need to dispel the invisibility. Man, do it level 10. Just in case there's any skins left to find. Probably not, but you never know. Alright, Tenebris. Tenebris. Well, you're already screwed, so, you know what, let's do this again. As long as you don't lose your turn, we should be able to do this. And you're dead. You give us emblems, and that's fine. Okay. Right, let's, no, we need to go deeper. Yeah, that's right. We need to go deeper. Because we need to find masters. I think the last episode I did was a highlights sort of episode. And I can get, like, if I'm not commentating, I can get through things pretty quickly. But since I've been away from the game for so long, let's just do a full run. Not skipping anything. There's a master as well. I'm gonna avoid a lot of these extra fights. I will get that though. You know, it's fine. Take these guys out. And I think that's our master, and that is not one of the rare masters. Let's confirm. It could just be an NPC giving us some loot. Nope, that's our master. Our masochist master. One punch is all it took. Sad. How sad for them. Okay, so we do need to interact with some of the objects in this realm to complete the realm quest. I think the map. I'm trying to remember what objects. What object? I think this is the masochist's. Yes. So one more of those. We'll leave these behind. Not really too worried about those. Check to see what's here. A whole bunch of stuff to break. That's good. We do. One of the achievements in this game. It is a realm achievement. Like Homewrecker and Resourceful, like those achievements are gonna. Those are gonna be a couple of the achievements that, when they're done, I'll be glad, because then I can just forget about, you know, smashing these tiny little objects in realms. But it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some doing. All right. Well, there. That's that done. All right. Take these guys out. Alright. And pretty soon we should be able to hand in our Rune of Prophecies, hopefully. What? Dumpling, Chaos Creatures. Yeah, this stuff. I guess we got some gambling to do as well. Alright. I should have checked that before I went into the realms, but that's okay. We'll just go like this. What do we need to do? Slot machines, scratch cards, Siralim, everything except everything except Kino. Everything except Kino. So let's do Siralim because it's the longest. Because it can potentially go quite a while, you know, if you keep getting extra turns. All right, let's get this. do slots next. Let me just check something with the recording. I think the audio should be fine. I'll like some of the music tracks in this game are... Ooh, hey, nice. Triple Mimic gives us a bunch of things. Yeah, some of the music tracks in this game are quieter, some are louder, so it's hard to set the audio settings in a way where all of the music is at a comfortable volume. But I think the sound effect levels should be fine. Okay. Again, our Rune of Prophecies is looking it's looking fine. Let's just continue on to another realm. We're gonna have a nether boss, which we don't care about. We don't really care too much. We're just gonna blaze through. We're looking to fight masters. In fact, let's get the boss murdered early on. What's up, Syra? How you doing? Do we even need to buff? Kind of. Oh, there's a... hang on a second. My Animatus doesn't have some of his spells equipped, which is kind of a problem. It shouldn't be a problem for instability 0 farming, but it's something I should see to, so I wonder if this bug is gonna get fixed, where the spell gems that you have from your extra spell slots get emptied anytime you change your specialization, which is kind of annoying. But like I said, we're not too worried about that, cause we're not really messing around in high level realms. Like, we are in high level realms, but we're not messing around on high instability, which is where the main problems can come. Fighting salamanders as well, which are potentially annoying, but we've got them silenced. God, silencing enemies is such a game changer in terms of making things less annoying. Alright. Let's find this master. Let's find this master, then let's head back home. And let's right, Malice Harpy did our job for us. And let's give the missing spells over to our Animatus. Right, take those guys down. Alright. Oh, hey! I'm just talking about you, buddy. It's the Construct Master. Well, that just warms my heart. Okay, so no matter what else happens or doesn't happen in this episode, it's been worth it. And that's one of our objectives done. Well, I mean, we would still like to find that guy one more time. If you look at our achievements, where are they? Character? No, master achievements. We need to find the construct one more, the God Spawn Master one more time. It's crazy that we had so much trouble finding the construct master early on in the series, and now potentially we could get done with him before the God Spawn Master. I would not have predicted that. At one point, I was worried that the construct master was bugged. That's how infrequently he was showing up. But everything worked out in the end. Maybe that's one thing we could do while we're waiting for the patch to come out, is I can try and get some of the RNG related achievements done, and I think the only ones left are probably just the Construct Master and like the Master achievements, the ones that depend on you finding specific. Oh, we can just leave. We're done with the realm. Yeah, let's head back home. Let's equip our spells. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else RNG related. The other big thing, of course, is finding cards. Then there's finding the King Dumpling. That's probably the biggest RNG achievement in the game. And then, all right, what do we need? Blank slate, Clayman. Defile? Was that one of them? Maybe? No, we needed Finger of Death, right? Yeah. Completely forgotten what my spells are. Oh no. Oh god. The Star Pact, right? Was one of them? Or do I already... I already have that equipped. What else was there? Defile definitely was one of them. Greater Dispel? Yeah. That sounds right. That sounds right. Alright, what do we got? We've got a... We've got a few prophecy lines that are shaping up to be completed pretty soon. Alright. What is our... Still only half an hour into this episode, alright? We'll go for about an hour, maybe a little bit less than an hour. I should call it an early episode, and, you know... rest today. I'm off from work right now. I'm gonna have a bit of time off, so I'll have I guess a couple of weeks that I can just relax, you know, play a bit of this game, do some other stuff. But eventually things will get busy again, so, you know, you gotta savor these times when you have them, because they'll be gone before you know it. Looking for the master. That's a Pando shrine to the right. I don't think we need Pandemonium shrines for achievements anymore, but we do quite frequently need them for Rune of Prophecy objectives, so... case in point. We could leave the realm, but we do want to find our master first. Where are you? Where are you? I wish this game had a mechanic where if enemies were like very far below your level, they would just flee from you. But it would, I guess, no, I guess these enemies aren't below our level, but they are below our power level. Like, if enemies are self-aware that, you know, they couldn't win, that they just wouldn't even try and fight. But it would make things annoying if you were trying to chase enemies down. You know, like trying to find, like, card farming, stuff like that. So I don't blame them. There we go. We need to start a new pilgrimage. Alright, one more god spawn. One more construct. What does the god spawn master look like? Right. Like that. Do we need to do any specific... Another pilgrim... I mean, we'll do another pilgrimage mission just on principle. We won't necessarily be waiting for it. To finish before we hand in the Rune of Prophecies. I guess, I don't know, let's just do it. Just start on a training mission, I guess. We've got lots of scrolls of health. Should we just keep doing health scrolls? Whatever. It's bothering me that... Oh, sorry, field items. That our other scrolls are out of sync. So I could either spend 3 attack scrolls, or I could get 3 more of the others. Let's get 3 more of the others. So let's get a defense, and then we'll go like that. Okay, perfect. Do another regular random realm. Let's see what we find. Hopefully, one of our rare masters. But if not, that's okay. We had 3 encounters left to find, and we found one of them. That's 33% of the remaining in one video, which I would say is pretty good. Do we want to fight exotic creatures? Not really. We're not doing anything that's gonna take us out of our way and waste our time. Yeah. Alright. That is not our master. Alright, that's fine. We need to investigate shipwrecks. That sounds like a death spell to me. Alright. Let's go down here. Rune of Prophecies is done. Sorry, the Goblet of Trials is done. And do we want to hand it in? Depends on whether the Rune of Prophecies is asking us to. And it's not, so we're just gonna hold on to it. Yeah, we're just gonna save it for the next time the Rune of Prophecies is asking us to hand it in. Yep, we'll just do it like that. I think that's a nice, efficient way to go about things. Right, there's our master, not a rare master, that's fine. These guys are in for a bad time, and the Revenant Master is dead. I think we can just leave. Yeah, we'll get a few... We should collect the a buried treasure as well, just in case. Yeah, we do need to find buried treasure for our Rune of Prophecies, so we'll do that. Alright, so where's the exit? It's right here. Do we need to go back home? Yes, we do. What project is ready to hand in? Raid. I'll hold on to that. No need to do that right now. Yeah. We'll just go straight to a new realm, I think. We've got Saint Althea. You know what? Fine. We don't have the build to take her out, but also I think we should be fine. What anointments do I have? This might be a bit of a mistake, but we'll see. Okay. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, you can take 3 buffs. Sure, you can try to deal damage to me, that's fine. We're not going to be getting... We're not going to be getting a lot of loot at the end of this battle, but I don't really care because I just want to be getting through these through these fights quickly. You know, fighting masters. And getting through the realms. The main thing I just want is to find the final Godspawn Master and the final Construct Master. Just get it done, and then we can be finally just through with another one of the big grinds in this game. So the problem with Saint Althea is that I don't have the proper build to fight her, and this is in retrospect potentially a mistake, because we could just straight up die against her. You know what? I'll take 3 debuffs on that. We could just straight up die, but I'm hoping that we can, I don't know, like make something happen. We need to kill 3 more enemies. It's annoying. Yeah, this is what really sucks up a lot of time, or what will suck up a lot of time when we're going deeper into the realms. Like running around in the false god realm, just waiting for these jokers to spawn. I haven't checked to see whether this is gonna change in the new update. Because one suggestion that I made was that there's gotta be a quicker way to get false gods to spawn. You shouldn't have to go around kill every single creature on the map. It's just too slow, especially in maps that are like really like dumb and spread out like this. Tenebrous rules over Bastion. Finally, that's done. Alright. Now let's see, are we just gonna get murdered? And you're suffering? I mean, listen. I'll try. Fuck off! Are you serious? Oh yeah, and another suggestion I made, I think, was False God. Like, you really should be able to see False God health bars. Okay. So somehow my Animatus is able to heal. Some of my other people are also healing, which shouldn't really be happening if they're blighted. I don't know what I have, to be perfectly blunt. Oh, we killed the body part that does the blight thing. Okay, that's why. That's why. Right, so then there's nothing stopping us from doing this. Okay. And that wasn't that bad. Now we won't get that many anointments to choose from, but because we were always just picking one anointment per false god fight, it doesn't matter even if you do it at the lowest difficulty. Because it's not like you get more anointments. You just get more of a choice of anointment. So it's more important to do this earlier on when there's way more anointments to find and when you need specific anointments for your build. But when you have the anointments you need, you're kind of just done with them. So what do we want? Retribution. This could be an interesting blight thing. This could be something. I'll take avatars or resistant to debuffs. That could be useful for certain builds. I guess one reason to do these fights on high instability is to get more reputation with the guilds. Yeah, that's something to think about. Alright. That's something to consider. I'm not going to hand in my projects. I will start a new bounty. Maybe just do Saint Althea again. Yeah, we only got 1,000. Yeah, we only got a tiny boost to our reputation this time. I'll stay with the Nature Guild. Cleric, Fanatic, Paladin, Shadowbringer. So let's look at our anointments. Almost done with Cleric. Almost done with Fanatic. Paladin, I think there's quite a few to find. Yeah. Shadowbringer, we've got the important ones, but there's a ton more to find as well. Let's just do Saint Althea again. Get some of these anointments chipped down. Yeah, we'll just stay on low instability, I think. Do another random realm. Sounds good. Excuse me, we are at 53 minutes. We'll do, I think, we'll do 2 more rounds and then we'll end. Right, Bloodgrove. 9 enemies. And a master. Could I lose any of these anointments? I guess I could take Singleton off and put on Arrogance's Confidence just for fighting Saint Althea. Or we could just tank her, face tank her like we did last time. That's also viable. But if we want to fight her at Instability 5, I think... Well, we'll think about it. For now, though, we're just closing out this episode. What are we fighting? We're collecting squash. We're looking for a master as well. The game was slowing down momentarily. I think we're fine though. Crazy that we're still not... We still haven't completed any prophecy lines, but sometimes that just happens. Alright. Hit these guys. Okay, there's the squash that we need. Now we just need to find the master. Alright, nothing here. That master is not one that we need, that's okay. Alright. I'll hit this. Animated gem, hilarious. Okay, well, we're gonna get into one more fight. Excuse me. Let's do one final realm. We'll do I guess, another boss fight against Inner Darkness. The quote-unquote final boss that we're fighting for the 6th time, I think. Right, another master to find in this realm. Alright, do that. Take those guys down. And just smash stuff, make progress towards those achievements that we need for breaking realm objects. And just generally continue. There we go. Here's a prophecies coming good for us. And just like that, 3 lines completed. Okay, anything else? Nature creatures, alright? Nature creatures will complete another line for us, but we would need to find the candle for that to happen. Alright, don't care about those. Don't care about you, you're the automaton master. Alright, I'll take you out. Alright, easy does it. Let's go down, let's go up. And should we farm nature kills? Is there a... You know what? Yeah, let's just... Let's farm nature kills until this is done. Just... We might as well get one more completion. And that'll be the final thing we get. if we get lucky enough to find a dumpling, we could push for one more. But we might as well just do this. It's gonna take a bit of time. But you know what? It's okay. How far are we? How many nature kills do we need? $70 more. That means 12 more encounters. Because you get 6 per fight, and 12 times 6 is 72. Maybe if we find a couple... I don't think there are that many nature creatures in the Forgotten Lab. Very, I guess there's probably a few nature creatures native to this area, but I would expect more, like, chaos. Maybe some, like, death creatures. Anyway, let's just get this done. We'll hand in our Rune of Prophecies. I guess the electropods, I think, might be nature creatures. So maybe there are a few native here, but most of them we're just gonna have to summon. Alright, let's get this done. Are they? Yeah, they are nature. Right. So how many more do we need? 35 more. So 6 more. 6 more encounters. All right. Alright. Check these guys out. No, we're probably very close. We might have to summon a couple more. I think we're gonna have to do maybe 2 more. Hey, and we got a bit of favor with 40-80. Where's the exit? There it is. Alright. And finally... there we go. Let's not get into any more... what? Oh, there's another boss. Oh no. And where could he be? Oh, he's right there, okay. He was right there the whole time. Luckily, we don't have to travel too far. I'll just... there we go. Easy fight. I guess they're all easy fights at this point. And we will have to get into one more unnecessary fight. Did we fight the master? I guess we did, because there isn't any... it's not telling me that there's any master left in the realm, so we'll just head home. What we'll do is go to do things in a specific order now. First, hand in the Rune of Prophecies. Then check to see if we need to hand in the Goblet of Trials. Then check to check to see if we need to hand in these projects. Yeah, first hand in the Rune of Prophecy. This is gonna give us 4 lines. All right. We do need to hand in the goblet, and then we'll do our gambling as well. Kino, scratch cards. And let's just fight Zonte quickly. Let's do this first. I will roll the Rune of Prophecies in between episodes. I'll probably forget, but I don't think we need to waste time doing it right now. Let's just take out Zonte. Zonte, my man. Okay, let's take you out. Fuck off, you piece of absolute garbage. You motherfucker. If you're wondering why I got so salty, it's because you fucking silenced me. Piece of trash. Anyway, let's do this. That should kill them, I think. Maybe not, if we don't get our star packs. Please, please, stop, let me take my turn. Oh my god, come on. Stop it. What happened? Hang on a second. What happened? What? Did I? I thought I tried casting Clayman? What happened? Did something happen? Man, I don't know. I must have cast the wrong spell or something. Anyway, let's do Clayman. Now? Let's just end this very cursed fight. Get fucked, Zonte. Alright. So what did we... A training mission? Am I doing a training mission? I'll check. So Kino and scratch cards. Oh yeah. Let's do Kino first. And let's see if I remember how to do this quickly. It's one of these buttons. Nope. Yeah, you press Y. And then you don't have to individually select everything. That helps a lot when doing Kino. I'm glad I learned that. I'm glad I remembered that. And unfortunately, I don't think there's any quick way to do scratch cards. So what else? Nothing else to do in the hub area. So let's cash in our projects, because we did need to do a key forge. Did we? No, that's for the previous one, not for this one. But we need to start a training mission. Just one? Just one. Okay, good. Oh, we're already doing a training mission. That's good. Let's start a new key forge. And we'll start... Oh, I don't know. Let's call it an experiment. Okay. And now I think we're ready to end the episode. Let's reflect on what we accomplished. We got one very important achievement. Master of Constructs 9 for finding the Master of Constructs for the 9th time. And that means we have only 2 Master achievements left. One more encounter apiece with the Master of Constructs and the Master of God Spawns. Okay, so I think that's going to be our goal. So for the next few episodes, I'm going to be probably doing it like this, where we're just going to try and hunt down the last couple Masters, and then if the update still hasn't come out, we might take a bit of a break from the game, because at that point we will literally, the only achievements left will be do 10,000 realms, like that kind of stuff. And you don't want to be doing stuff like that needlessly. You want to wait until the update comes out and there's actual interesting new stuff to do, and also old stuff, it gets more rewarding. For instance, like you can find cards while playing. So for those long achievements, it's best to wait until the game is in its new and improved state. For now though, I think it is a good idea to get this final bit of RNG related achievement tomfoolery out of the way. Forage mission. Hang on a second. I'm glad I noticed that. Still, I've been away from the game for a while, so I need to remind myself what these icons even are. And that's it. And that's it. There we go. And I guess we can take a look at what we got done today. Master of Constructs, and other than that, just a bunch of projects. Okay, with that, I think that's all for this episode. Again, apologies for being rusty. Apologies for still having a cold. But I promise you, next episode, hopefully, it'll be a little bit better on both of those counts. Anyway, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you'll join me in the next episode as well. And until then, take care.